Hey there folks, it's Roz with the themtgnoob, and we're doing something, or I'm doing something here today. Well, for one, I'm doing a 6-pack gate crash sealed event, but besides that, I'm also going to do this live as opposed to my 10-minute magic videos. This is going to be live today, but I'm going to try and make liberal use of the edit buttons just to try and cut down on our time. So if like things are paused and people are thinking and not really much is happening, I'm going to try and edit all that out and keep it so that the action is flowing and moving. Alright, so let's do what we normally do here and sort by rarity and see if we have anything worth a darn. Hellkite Tyrant A, that's pretty good. It's a 6-fly flying trampler, which isn't bad. I mean, there's like some sort of weird artifact thing that we're never going to use. I mean, we could gain control of like people's like key runes and things like that, and I guess that could be good. Okay, so this guy is probably playable. This guy is also okay. It's a 5/4, but it has Intimidate, and it has like a pretty relevant ability. I don't know how I feel about 7-drops in the format. It seems like they can come up quite often. Rubble Hulk is amazing. This guy's pretty much always good. I mean, he's always basically a 6/6. And his Blood Rush ability is pretty darn good too, especially if you top deck this guy late in the game, so you're throwing him down and it's like a, like whatever, a 7/7 or even a 6/6 for that Blood Rush of 3. That's pretty good. I think all these are pretty playable here. Ooze Flux, I like my Ooze Fluxes. The Sacred Foundry for if we're going the Boros, and Immortal Servitude. I guess it's also potentially immoral. How good is this card? I don't know. I haven't really messed with it. It seems like it could be good, but it seems also like at best maybe you're getting like a couple of like 2 or 3 mana cost creatures back. Well, I guess late in the game you can get back your best card. But anyway, we'll look at those and then we'll go ahead and sort by color and see what we have. Alright, so the white looks pretty deep. And we will go ahead and start removing things that we're probably not going to use. Night Watch is fine. Guardian of the Gateless is good. The Tiger is meh. 2 Assault Griffins, I like that. 1, 2, 3 Basilica Guards? Really? So this is like I don't know if this deck wants to be aggressive or like Orzhov. Murder Investigation? I really don't know how I feel about that card. Aerial Maneuver, this is pretty good. I've seen that work very well. Daring Skyjack is always good for Boros. Syndic of Tides is always good for Orzhov. And then a Smite is fine, Dutiful Thrall for Orzhov, and a Boros Elite. Okay, so white looking pretty good. Pair of Totally Losts, I don't know if I would play 2, but that's certainly not bad. And Aetherize is also good. Oh, so we have like the control blue here. It's like all control all the time. Also Spell Rupture. Sprite is fine. Another Spell Rupture. I don't know why they weren't together. Did I move it? Or is one like foily? I don't know. A Sky Games, which is a no. Actually, this is probably like a super no. Frilled Oculus is great for the Simic. And then, of course, Rapid Hybridization is fine. So, Shadow Slice, Grizzly Spectacle, Syndic Enforcer, good. Yes, Corpse Blockade is probably doable. Gutter Skulk is a 2-dropper that you probably need. Right of Precinct 6, really. And a Basilica Screecher. The Orzhov is not looking half bad here. Dying Wish is probably a no. Structural Collapse is a way no. Towering Thunderfist is very usable. Scorchwalker, good, good. Dual Ember Beasts and a Bomber Core. Bomber Core I haven't been like super impressed with, but we'll leave it here for right now. And a Foundry Street Denizen. Slaughterhorn. Alpha Authority is sideboardable. Also sideboardable. Naturalized, sideboardable. Spire Tracers, I guess they're okay. And then like 2 bursts of strength. So green is not looking like super good here. How about in the dual colors? Dual Shattering Blow, sideboardable. True Fire Paladin, absolutely amazing. Orzhov Charm, amazing for Orzhov. Executioner Swing, pretty playable, I think. Pit Fight, pretty playable in Gruul or Boros. Ruination Worm? I don't know. This guy, I mean, it's a huge creature. Like, sometimes you just need huge creatures. I don't know. I'm going to put him over here. This is a no. I don't think I would ever play that card. The Crasises are very good, as is this Xanamic Guild Mage, but sadly I just don't think that Simic is going to work. None of the good Simic cards are here, besides like these are good Simic cards, but you know the one dropper of blue is eluding me. I'll probably think of it later. There's none of him. There's no Krakenuras. I don't feel really good about that. There's a Dimir Charm, which is good. A Mortis Strider is like, that really depends on what you get. Death Cult Rogue is good. Psychic Strike is like maybe a counterspell I would play. And then the Mortis Strider, and it looks like we have like almost one of every key rune just about. We have the Prophetic Prison, 2 Armored Transports, and then an Orzhov and a Boros Keyrune, and then a Simic Keyrune, and then a whole bunch of gates. We have Gruul, Orzhov, 2 Simics, a Boros. Okay, so looking at this, I think, well, I'm pretty sure that Orzhov, Boros is looking like the way to go, but those are 2 totally different decks. Like Orzhov, you want to kind of like outlast the other guy, and Boros, you just want to beat him to death. We have some pretty good extort, but if we go the Orzhov way, we only have like a few things that we can use. Like we can't use this Hellkite Tyrant, but we might be able to. Okay, so if we're getting rid of the ooze, and we're getting rid of the Rubble Hulk, maybe we can do Boros Splash Green. I don't think there's really enough. And we're getting rid of this for right now. So let's take a look at Orzhov and see what that would look like. So Orzhov, what do we want? I guess we would want all these guys. We'd want this, and this, and this, and probably these 2. And probably this guy, and probably that. Yeah, definitely Smite, especially with all those Basilica guards. This is pretty good, especially if we have some decent flyers. Grizzly Spectacle is very good. The Enforcer is fine. This, I don't know if I'm really that impressed by that guy. Gutter Skulk in this instance is fine. Probably so is the right. Basilica Screecher is very good. This is very good. This is probably playable. Maybe we're like Orzhov Dimir. I know I've been talking about like how Orzhov and Dimir are good together. Let's go ahead and kick this out of here for right now. So if we were going to do like Orzhov Dimir, what else would we put in here? We would need more creatures, that's for sure. Let's see. We'd have one of these guys. I mean, we could do the Corpse Blockade Mortis Strider combo. And then, like, maybe something like a Shadow Slice for the later game. Let's see. That's not even like a whole lot of Dimir that we've like shoved in there. This is tough. I'm gonna think about this for a little bit, and I will be back with y'all in a little bit. Alright, so then there's this. I wonder how this looks. This is like Boros lightly splashing Orzhov. We have a Boros Guildgate, and we do have an Orzhov Guildgate, so we can definitely do both of these. It's got stuff like Orzhov Charm, Grizzly Spectacle, Pit Fight, which is kind of neat. I mean, it's pretty aggressive. I'm not really sure which one's better. It has the proper amount of creatures, I think. It does have 2 armored transports, which is nice, because those guys can, like, swing in with impunity, like, all the time. Early in the game, I guess it does okay. It's got like a little bit of extort. It's got the Basilica Screecher and then the Syndic of Tithes, which is alright. But the Orzhov was looking pretty good too. It was really looking like, I mean, we had a lot of extort with that Orzhov. We had 1, 2, 3, 4 more pieces of extort for 6 total, I think. We also had stuff like Dutiful Thrall. And I feel like Orzhov is really powerful in this format. I'm not sure which one I want to do. I mean, like, I love this Truefire Paladin, and I think we have some pretty decent creatures here. I mean, we have the dual Ember Beast, dual Assault Griffin, which is fine. At the late game, we have stuff like Hellkite Tyrant, Thunderfist here. Oh man, this is tough. I'm going to keep looking and see if I can decide what we want to do here. So yeah, I guess it's between Orzhov Boros, with mostly Orzhov, or Orzhov Boros with mostly Boros. Huh. Alright, I'm going to keep looking and I'll be back with you guys again. Okay, I decided to go the Orzhov route. I haven't really messed around with Orzhov that much, so I figured we'd go ahead and give it a shot. Let's go ahead and add some land here. We don't have a whole lot of time left. We do have some fixing, because I guess we'll go ahead and throw that in right now. We do have our Orzhov Guildgate, and we do have the Prophetic Prism. And we don't need a huge amount of blue. This might actually be just fine. Just 2 blue sources and then having the Prophetic Prism. The only thing that we're really splashing blue for is this Dimir Charm. And it's just because the Dimir Charm is pretty good. Like, I could even get rid of it and put something else in. Like, I could get rid of that and I could put in, like maybe a Key Rune or something. Or like the Executioner's Swing. Moral Servitude. Let's go with this for right now. We'll go ahead and give this a shot, and we'll see how we do for round 1.